Have you won the fight?
I have.
And you're here, and you're alive, so clearly you won the fight, which is incredible. The Queen's reaction when she finds out, oh, this brings a huge smile to my face. How do you do it?
What QB?
Oh no. No. My poor little girl. I should have been there for you.
I wouldn't want you to blame yourself. I don't think that's how the dice roll.
She wouldn't. But that doesn't mean I can stop. I should have been more like her. I'm going to bury her. I'm going to give her peace, and then I'm going to make peace with my own past too, you know? I can't forgive myself for my mistakes, but I can learn from them. That's what she would have wanted. Not for me to be sad, but to celebrate our friendship, to celebrate what it stood for. Here, I want you to have this. A friendship bracelet that QB made for me once. I think she would have wanted you to have it. I don't need blue thread to remind me of what we shared. She lives in me now, and if I could give you some advice...
Sure.
The bond you and your dice share, it's important, and the friendship will define both your lives. Don't let anyone keep you apart. You belong together.
Even had brought closure to the old dice wielder, and in doing so, given him new motivation for his future. The blue thread in her hand seemed to pulsate with warm magic. It was oddly comforting, actually.
Okay.
Fix your dice and beat the high roller. Then you'll save Bruno, and I swear on my eyes.
The foreman, pardon me, the high roller, thinks he's so...
Doo-doo. God damn it, that was unnecessary. Ah, I didn't think it was gonna get that off so quick. I wonder why it became a combat zone all of a sudden.
Well, bye forever.
I wonder if these guys have something new story maybe? Okay.
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me? I can't believe you cheated me.
What?
No, I'm pretty sure you.
That
Hey,
sounds
it's
like
you!
fun.
From before! That's the spirit! Okay, so you.
Kazoo!
You join Gazoo and other play roles?
Ha! Imagine a game that simple. Okay, your
And I roll
turn.
my own dice?
Heh, your own rigged dice, you mean? No, you're gonna roll one of our wee little dice, thank you very much.
Okay, I'll roll your dice.
Yeah! Zoo!
Is it good?
It's not bad. Hey, what's your wager?
All in, everything.
Impossible. You'll lose.
Oh, you can't win.
I roll for initiative and
And you win.
wait, what? Ooh, nicely done. And with no external signs of cheating.
Ah, shoot. Okay, well, fair's fair. I guess this card is yours then. Not that it's of any use to you. You'd have to have a living dice for that to work. What? Did that dice just say kazoo?
Yep, go all in, Gloria.
Okay,
Come on,
easy.
bring it on.
Goodbye, little miss. I don't like losing, so we're not playing with you anymore. Yeah. Zoo.
That one is good though, that card. They have one. Oh, who's supposed to tell me the ghost story then? It seems like I'm missing a ghost story. Probably.
Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built it with Manny's help.
Hmm. Go with the same cards, I think.
That man. That was the man who'd thrown Even in the garbage in Two Town. He was a jerk. And Even had to help him all the same.
So, what do we have here? We have an arena. We have to run all over the place.
Make your way to the top in order to win.
He wrote 2 capital I's instead of L. Okay.
The playing piece is blocked by an adversary. Destroy the adversary to advance.
Oh, what?
Blocking adversary has been defeated. The playing piece can now advance.
Really, we can put that one down and we'll...
Here comes more treasure.
The playing piece is blocked by an adversary. Destroy the adversary to advance.
Incoming bombers!
Hello. The heck is my cube at? Press Q to roll.
The blocking enemy has been defeated. The playing piece may advance.
A weapon durability bubble has appeared.
The playing piece is blocked by an adversary. Defeat the adversary to advance.
Stab.
The playing piece is blocked by an adversary. Destroy
Another
the adversary
one?
to advance.
Who will win the game? We shall soon find out.
Overhead, I see!
Pressing Q to throw. Hello, game.
The blocking adversary has been defeated. The playing piece can now advance.
There's a durability bubble in the board game.
Let's go!
Ta-da!
You saved me! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Wait, hold on a tick. I know you from somewhere, don't I?
In Two Town, you called me a oner and tossed me aside.
Right, so I did. For you are garbage, and from garbage you shall return. Am I right? Oh, this is awkward, isn't it? Hey, Mr. Lunchbox, me old eye-poking friend.
I guess you will say about oner garbage.
Well, I'm a fair sight. I'm glad you did. Easy, easy! Hey, after I tossed you aside, you kept on doing things in Two Town, didn't you? And then you ended up destroying the big bad Royum. Am I right? So now the Queen's top servant in all of Two Town is dead, and I'm the one who could have stopped you from entering the town, but sorta didn't. So I'm the one she's gonna come after. So I fled, and now I'm here. And life's not great, yeah, and my life started getting worse right after I met you, yeah? Nah, I don't hate you. Honest, I don't. I want that queen gone. And I think you're the one who's come closer than any of us ever did. And I can tell you don't think much of me, and I guess I don't fault you for that, but I'm glad you saved me all the same. So here, I don't have money, but I do have this lucky thread. I have a feeling you could use all the luck you can get. See you around, kid. Mr. Lunchbox.
Huh. Even had helped someone who'd done nothing but be mean to her, and been shown kindness in exchange. It's always nice when things work out that way. even if the reward she was given was a short length of unremarkable and apparently useless purple thread.
Guess all this thread is gonna be made into a specific rug, huh? Do I have anything more for him?
Heard any good ghost stories lately?
Old dice wielder.
An ancient class of warriors. Tell me more.
But the choice affected an entire life.
Is there a ghost in it?
Death of a treasured relationship.
Interesting. Fascinating. Ooh, not a physical ghost, but a ghost of tomorrow. Of all your regrets haunting you better than even a dozen ghosts could. Yes! Oh, by the makers, that's terrifying. A life of sleepless nights, regretting one single mistake. Oh, I love it.
That's 3 ghost stories I'm giving you.
So it is, so it is. And honestly, I was expecting more of like, you know, vengeful, horrific stories. What you've told me are just, well, they're kind of sad, or moving, or stories that remind us there are things we may never understand, and like all stories, there's a joy in telling them. A joy in being alive and being reminded of that. Thanks, kiddo.
So let's see. Just want to make sure we got. Oops. Yep. One side quest done. Okay, next place.
I've got cars to trade. Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do.
Okay, we can shoot 2 more.
Bring as many globes as you can into the hole in order to lower the ladder and get to your goal.
The goal of this board game is to lower an exit ladder to the arena floor. Do so by bringing globes into the pit in the center of the arena. For each globe brought into the pit, okay. Whenever you roll dice, new globes appear in the slots surrounding the arena. The number of new globes are equal to the result of the roll. Okay. Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
Out of globes, roll your dice to get more.
Halfway through the board game.
Dun, dun, dun. What? Oh, what the? Oh, we got hit there. Oh, crap. A Dear Jane letter. Oh, it was that one. Oh, yeah. Go and hand that one in. That was different. What she has to say?
Have you found him? Have you found my guiding star, my prince?
No, but I found a letter.
A letter? Let me see. Dear, oh, he calls me dear. And then he goes on to say that the longer we were married, the more I became just a reflection of him, and he a reflection of me. He goes on to say that I'm not the woman I fell in love with, and he's not the man he used to be either, and that we both deserve better. We deserve to be full people. He then says this isn't healthy, that he needs to find time apart to rediscover who he is, and he hopes I do the same. Oh no, he's gone. He's gone and he's not coming back. I've lost everything.
No, you haven't. You still got yourself.
I don't want me. I want him. But then again, maybe all hope isn't lost. Maybe if I did what he said, if I try to figure out who I am when I'm by myself, If I rediscover who I used to be and truly am and break free of obsession and idolatry and become a fully realized person again, then maybe he'll take me back.
Like what we have said the whole time. It's worth a shot.
Exactly! It's the only way forward. Let me give you this. It's a red band. I was going to give it to him, but I want to give it to you instead. For all your help. And when you look at it, you can remember me and him and us.
Oh dear. Well, even had helped a lovesick woman realize she was worth more than just idolatry. And the red thread she'd been given must have a use somewhere. Right?
Step one, since earlier. Let's see if she's gonna weave something with these 3 different threads.
Ah, you've returned, young one. How does fate find you today?
I have all 3 threads.
Let me see, young one. Ah, the purple thread from your enemy. You have a dice, and you have to decide what you'll do with that power. And you saved someone who'd done you harm, didn't you? Oh, it seems to me, at least in that moment, you thought everyone might deserve a second chance. And this blue thread from the 2 friends. Not a happy story there, with a friendship and a dice both dead. But there's some joy in it too, isn't there? The old dice wielder made peace with his past, and in doing so, found a new motivation for the present. And this red thread from the woman in love. One can never fully depend on someone for one's own happiness. Isn't that true? We can't lose ourselves in someone else. We have to be our own people, no matter how much we idolize someone. Well, enough of that. Let's see what happens when these threads combine. Ooh. Ah, look at that. How beautiful it is when the weave comes together. You're a long way from one town, young one. You are lost, but you haven't realized yet that your story goes on whether you care or not.
Look, I'm glad you like your rug, but I'm really just looking for someone named Uma.
If you are so certain that is what you want, look here. Closer.
But it's just a rug. I don't see anything.
Sometimes, to see things as they truly are, we must look within.
Long ago, in the land of Random, there was a wonderful witch and a terrible queen. And everyone had a dice with which they could control their destinies. The witch, with her magical dots, gave every dice tremendous power It was chaotic, but fair. Horrible, but beautiful. It was life. But sometimes there were disasters. One day, a new queen came to power, and she decreed her dice should be the only one. The queen hunted down all the dice in Random, tearing them from their wielders. It was a war, and she won. But still, she was not satisfied. She turned against the witch. So desperate was this queen to find and control the secret valley from which all dice came. The queen destroyed Fourburg, searching for her. But the wonderful witch was clever, and she escaped to her dice's valley, shrouding her way behind her. To this day, the witch stays hidden, and the queen searches for any sign of her, for they both know she will one day return and help the dice wielders do the same.
So was that some feet? But no. But the eyes were.
I am Uma.
Hello.
You are even. I'm sure you have many questions.
How do you know my name?
Your kind is so small, and your lives so short. It does sometimes feel silly to learn them. In the before times, I produced the pips for the dice of old. Every dot on them came from me, and it gave them great power. There were many of us then. The Queen killed us all except me, because I hid for years, decades. And now you dare to disturb me.
Did you make it so Dicey and I met?
Did I? You are worthy of keeping some of my children. That's you, Dicey. If only to cause that horrible queen some headache. She hates that there's another dice in Random, and I love it.
My sister, she's lost. And evil.
Only if you believe her to be. What is it you want?
I want my sister back.
You and she are like two dots on a dice, but it's yet to be seen if you share a face. You've been having dreams even, but they only show you part of the future. Dreams and destiny are woven together, but all is not as it seems. The last dice has not yet been rolled.
Think I understand.
Even I, the last of my kind, cannot give you what you want, even Dicey. Remember who you are, and remember. Sometimes you have to lose your way in order to find your way. I will give you the dots you and Dicey need.
Okay.
Your eyes are closing. Your eyes are opening.
Thank you, Uma.
Okay. Bro. Probably should have one of those.
We may have to fight our way out, Dicey. Well, when
What
you
the-
put it that way, let's break some robots.
I didn't think that one was gonna hit.
Even's ordeal was finally over. She could finally repair Dicey and leave Four Town behind her. Which is great because, quite frankly, I find this whole town to be unsettling and unpredictable. That's right. Even narrators have opinions sometimes.
You'll like it. Home's not like this. The people there, they haven't lost hope. At least, I never noticed if they had.
Oh, you're here! You're safe! Oh, I'm so relieved.
All those 16 points gone, huh? I'm surprised.
A little, but it's a good surprise. It's usually a 50-50 chance Uma eats a visitor. She must have seen something in you she liked more than just the marrow in your bones. And you've got the pips! Oh, with this, I can give Dicey a mighty 5. All you need to enter that final arena to battle the foreman and his high rolls. Are you ready? Before you answer, know that things might get, dicey as soon as you have a 5. There'll be no going back. So you tell me, kid. Do we do this or no?
Yep, let's do this.
High 5. Okay, just gotta add the pips. Easy. Easy. And...
Read it and weep, slime face! And that entitles me to a gamble. I lose, you get my 5. But if I win, I get Bruno Betts.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the little girl. She wants to gamble. She thinks all she needs is a dice to beat me. I had a nightmare last night, you know. I lost a bet.
A little shaking gamble.
I knew that was impossible because the high roller never loses.
Okay.
I won't have mercy on you this time. You've earned my full, unstoppable force.
I won't have mercy on you, you mean?
Insolence!
Okay. 2. Yeah, right. Really what I wanted. Oh, I didn't hit him.
The This is what happens when you step out of line. I'm formidable.
Nobody asked you!
Is going to change a lot of things around here, especially when I force those pips into my own dice.
You'll never touch
Why don't you just give up? I might even forgive you.
One of you! Shut up!
I can't wait to put you in this cage with Bruno. It's what the foretellers foresee.
That wasn't the deal!
What's the matter? Feel a sense of foreboding?
Stop it! Just stop it!
What? Okay.
Why won't you lose? Lose and be forgotten forever.
Let's keep on coming. What the? How is missing?
Please don't! Please! I'll do anything! You can be the foreman! You can be the high-fi roller! Just don't kill me! Please! Please!
Hey! Bruno, my brother! Ludo, my brother! Oh, I knew you'd gamble me back. You saved him even, and in exchange I promised you a trip through the bag. And Bruno can tell you I'm as good as my word. Oh, he is that. There, she's all yours.
Oh, I see. I keep thinking the same thing. Out here in Random, it's not where I belong. My home is with the people I love. It's a nice thought, but... what if the one you love doesn't want to be rescued? Okay. Always look to her for answers, but where she's going, I can't follow.
There was an awkward pause, and I felt compelled to fill it.
Hey, let's talk about something else. Oops. Talk about Oma. She said everyone used to have a dice of their own. You remember what that was like? Whoa. Wonder why they don't have like knowing what it says actually. It's like more like a bit of a guessing game per what it says. Conjuring houses, shaping your destiny like you meet. I see. Honestly, quiet and cozy companionship makes sense. It's like the possibilities were endless. Okay, yes, they all sound a little random. Like life. So the possibility were endless. How about that foreman? Sad, really. He built his whole identity around one. All he cared about was being the high roller. Exactly, you take that away. Then when he no longer was the high roller, this is why you gotta be into stuff beyond just being the best at all the time. Me, I don't know. I draw sometimes. What about you? Me, I mostly just care about rescuing my sister, but now I'm not so sure. You like to roll and play? That's awesome. There's a mystery I don't feel any closer to solving. Why haven't you ditched me yet, Dicey? I'm getting in trouble. I was a stranger to you when we met. It's not your sister who's in danger. Yeah, I'm not like your little sister. You're like your little brother. You and I are in this together till the end. That's good for now. Bag, it's kind of huge and creepy, yeah? Explore it. Might feel a bit less creepy.
I know, Dicey. I think we may have made a mistake.
Well, you see, I jumped into the bag to see if the story of the Bag Brothers was true. It was.
The Bag Brothers killed me for my jewelry.
Brothers are tricking us, huh?
Oh,
Like everybody
you're
else.
new here. I'm sorry.
My brothers did all this?
The Bag Brothers didn't have to. All they had to do was trap us here. The bag did the rest. You don't know the story, do you?
He has wanted his brother back.
Ludo. That may have actually been true. They are brothers, and they weren't always this way. Long ago, they ventured deep into a forest to a place none had gone before. Some say they disturbed some great evil there. They found this bag resting on a stump in a clearing. Or it found them. It's bottomless, you know, but it hates itself. It wants to be full. The bag twisted the brothers. It changed them, possessed them, made them hungry for more and more. The bag demanded they fill it with whatever they could find. First dirt, then rocks. But once the bag got a taste for flesh...
Gotta do something.
We all started like that. And now, well, just look at us. There's nothing that any of us can't... what's that?
Here's something too.
Oh no! They're coming! They're coming!
We tricked you even, and now you can't have leave, and you're going to go to sleep. But before you do, you're going to give us that dice. Give us the dice, even!
Why can't anyone be nice to me?
bag wants your bones even. It wants your soul.
I can shut up any time it wants.
You were a fool to leave home. Anything you do just makes your life worse. And everything you do hurts the ones you love.
You lost your humanity a long time ago, idiot!
Okay. Come on, Death, jewel me. Think I have another dream.
Over here, Even. Even! I'm right here. What's the matter with you, Even? I'm right here, Even. Come get me. Some rescuer you are, Even. You couldn't find me. You left me alone, Even. You left me with her. And look what you made me do. There's nothing left, Even. You're too late.
The girl from Onecroft.
Who? This Even girl you keep mentioning? Sounds like a made-up name to me. Is her first name Get?
No, Even is her first. Ha. Put him on board my carriage. Her Majesty will know just how to make you talk.
Hey, Even. You finally made it.
Oh, it is so good to see you.
Good to see me. If it really was so good, what took you so long?
You need to go now.
Right. You take forever to get here and now I'm supposed to just follow you back? Please. You abandoned me, Even. You left me to sink or swim in a horrible new world. And guess what? I swam.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted.
What did you want, Even? To go on a big adventure? To use me as some sort of, what, motivation? Some grand excuse? Because from what the Queen's told me, you've been running around in every district just having a great old time while I've been here suffering.
Oh please, I've done everything I could.
Right. Were you doing everything you could when you were meeting royalty in 3-Town? Getting buddy-buddy with 2-Town's mayor? You've abandoned me, Even. The Queen's told me all about it. I don't know. Maybe you wanted me to die. You'd have this tragic backstory. You'd be so much more interesting to everyone around you in Onecroft. How poor, brave Even tried and failed to save her sister.
No, that's not it.
In a way, I should be grateful. I finally know who I am.
Oh, listen to yourself. This isn't you.
Oh no. This is me. I finally know who I am. Can you say the same, Even? I found my home. My true home. The Queen's love is tough, but she will never abandon me. You're not taking that away from me. So I don't want to be rescued, okay? I've changed, Even. And it's about time you did too. The true dice brings order. The Queen brings order. And you, all you are, is an agent of chaos.
Okay. Gloria.
I didn't want any of this, you know. I thought I wanted to save my sister. And then I wanted to go home. But now, I just don't know anymore.
is wrong with you, girl? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo, I'm dead. Boo-hoo, I never got to do what I wanted. That's you. I was doing an impression of you just now.
I don't.
Look, maybe your sister's a lost cause now, and maybe she's not. But if I were teamed up with an amazing dice who have only made more powerful through my adventures, I wouldn't be crying to myself in the back of death's boat. I'd be out there kicking evil queen butt, no matter what. You've got a superpower, sis. Don't waste it. Stop her and save everyone. You think I like shuttling dead children to the other side? Because I don't. I got other things I could be doing. You can do this, even. So find your courage and dry your tears. Because this looks like your last stop. And hey, happy 12th birthday, kid.